First, mercy is for the weak. Second, fairness is the excuse of fools. Third, for the glory of the tiger's lair. Hello and welcome, I'm Highsea, and this is Toku-rev, your introduction to tokusatsu movie and TV shows to help you decide what you want to spend your time watching. And I guess this time we are taking a trip into anime and manga to cover The Taigā Mask. Most of the time when I start a video series, I know exactly what I'm going to be covering next. And then sometimes, through research for an episode, I discover something I just think looks cool, and I bump it to the head of the line. And as I dig into the research for that, I find out it's had a pretty expansive past, and I had no idea how many times I've already come in contact with it. So when I was doing research for the Lion Maru video, I came upon a picture of the Taigā Mask, and I just thought it looked cool, and I had to watch it right away. Taigā Mask was a popular manga series created for Weekly Shōnen Magazine in 1968, created by Ikki Kajiwara and Naoki Tsuji, pulling inspiration from the real-life Mexican lucha libre wrestler Fray Tormenta, a Catholic priest who wrestled to help fund his orphanage. The story of Fray Tormenta was loosely used in the 2006 Jack Black film Nacho Libre. The Taigā Mask manga centers around the character of Naoto Date, wrestling in America as a feared, overly vicious heel, the villainous role in commercial wrestling. Naoto moves back to Japan. Upon meeting a young boy from Kitty House, the same orphanage that he was raised in, Naoto is told, "I want to be a villain, just like Taigā Mask," causing Naoto to rethink his life and turn his wrestling persona into a face, the heroic role of commercial wrestling. But Kitty House has a deep debt to a local gang, causing Naoto to pay his match winnings to keep the orphanage open. Unfortunately, Naoto is trained by Tiger Cave, an organization that trains kids to grow into evil wrestlers, and owes them half of his fight money. Struggling between keeping Kitty House open and surviving Tiger Cave's disapproval of his new philanthropic heart, drama ensues. The manga was extremely popular and led to an anime adaptation, following very strongly to the plot of the manga. In the early 1980s, the persona of Taigā Mask was licensed by New Japan Pro Wrestling, bringing the character to life. Originally portrayed by Satoru Sayama, Taigā Mask went on to be the first wrestler to hold both the WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship and NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship. Sayama played the role until 1983, where he would be preceded by 5 more generations of Taigā Mask. Satoru Sayama, Fray Tormenta, and the original manga and anime were all combined to inspire the character of King in the 1994 arcade fighting game Tekken. King's character has the background of a vicious street brawler, like the Taigā Mask manga, at least until he's injured in a fight and collapses in front of a monastery. Being saved from death by priests, King is determined to start a new life as a Catholic priest and renounces his fighting ways, finding his real purpose in life, to open an orphanage and save street children from becoming the man that he used to be. But lacking the funds to fuel his ambition, he enters into the Tekken Iron Fist tournament, much like Fray Tormenta. In 1996, there was an American live-action adaptation of Taigā Mask called Lone Tiger. While searching in Las Vegas for the man who killed his father, a wrestler known for his trademark Taigā Mask, Tsuji Kurenai enters an underground series of death matches. I haven't watched the movie in its entirety, but after viewing a few clips, I feel pretty comfortable saying it's bad and probably should be avoided at all costs.
Is this enough of a right cause?
Forced to join the underworld king, Tiger must train hard.
Bringing us to the main event, the 2013 full-length live-action film, The Taigā Mask. While the plot of the movie does echo that of the manga, it takes a certain amount of liberties to further explore the world inside of its smaller budget. What it does have in common is the main character, Naoto, is facing his orphanage being shut down. Hearing rumors that the only home he's ever known is about to be taken away, Naoto is scared and angry. Roriko, daughter to the owner of the orphanage, is left heartbroken, while on the last trip as a family to the local zoo ends with Nayato's disappearance. Enamored by the pure power of the caged tiger, he's recruited by Mr. X with the promise of unlocking his true power. Loaded into a truck with what will become his new best friend, Dan, and introduced to his new nemesis, Joe. 3 young boys are carted off to a top-secret facility, seeing their new home, meeting their new family, the Tiger's Lair. Meeting back up with Mr. X, they get a glimpse into the training hell that awaits them, and the prize for those that are proven worthy. The 3 tiger masks, the yellow tiger mask that represents speed, the white tiger mask representing strength, and the black tiger mask, the most advanced mask that improves all attributes of the wearer. Nayato's desire for both the power and the ability to protect people makes him naturally adept to the training, being the youngest to pass the Hall of Fire, accepting his place inside of his new life and with his new family. Mr. X wants them to come to see each other as brothers, and him as the father they've never had. But Joe's nature is to rule everything around him, making a perfect family union impossible. As the 3 boys get older, they grow and become stronger. While direct fighting has stopped, their rivalry has only deepened, especially with Joe, who needs to be better than Naoto at all costs. The day finally comes when they can claim their prize, the tiger masks. Each mask awarded in secret. Dan receives the yellow tiger mask for his display of speed. Joe, for his strength, is awarded the silver mask. And for showing power of both mind and body, Naoto is given the black tiger mask. Their training, however, is not over. It's never fully over. But they move on from the Tiger's Lair to fight in underground wrestling leagues. For the first time in their lives, they have power, money, and freedom. But fitting into the world around you isn't a simple adaptation when you've been programmed to destroy.
どうぞごゆっくり。
Naoto enters his first underground match, the first time you see him adorn the tiger mask. Unlike the manga, anime, or real-life tiger mask wrestlers, these masks transform them into something that's better represented as a Power Ranger than a professional wrestler. When I first watched the tiger mask, I didn't read the manga or watch the anime, so I wasn't disappointed in this. I actually found it really cool. Instead of wrestlers, they fight mutants that have inhuman powers like strength or the ability to blow fire. It makes sense for the tiger mask outfit to exist. The head masks look great, and I love the slender build of the outfit. While the masks enhance the wearer to their ultimate limits, they have to beware, as the powers the masks give them also drains them of life, so prolonged use could lead to their death.
さあここでゴングが打ち鳴らされた。おっとサラマンダー鎖を投げた。 ぐるぐる巻き状態になったブラックタイガー絶体絶命か。
I don't want to give away too much more of the major plot points from here. What I will say is Naoto becomes disillusioned with the darkness of Tiger's lair and tries to run away, going back to the only other home he's ever known, the orphanage, where Ruriko warmly welcomes back her long-lost childhood friend. But one cannot easily leave the glory of the Tiger's lair behind. This is one family he can't turn his back on. This is probably the best place to bring up the production of the Tiger Mask. First, I will say, I am a little disappointed there is no Blu-ray or 1080p version of this movie, because I honestly think everything looks amazing, even in 480p. Judging from the size of the sets of the fighting arenas, I'm going to assume this movie had a smaller budget, but I love what they've done with it. It has a serious tone, a supportive soundtrack, good lighting, and great shot composition. When it comes to the fight scenes, there is a lot of frame slowdown and ramp up, giving the feeling of speed and agility, and the sound design blends perfectly, giving all of the hits and impacts a real sense of weight. Anyone who's watched my past introductions probably knows I'm highly critical of distracting CG effects. The Tiger Mask's effects never took me out of the moment or jarred my eyes.
そしてロープに投げた跳ね返る工具次に何が出る
The only thing I can really be critical of is the pacing of the movie. They are trying to fit a lot, while also leaving it open-ended to have future sequels. And let's be honest, this was a 2013 film. I don't think a sequel is ever making it our way. The first half of the movie is fast, but paced well. You get just enough from the introductions of the Tiger's Lair to get a feel for who the leading characters are going to be, and why they grow up and how they will fit into the overall story. You get a good extended scene of Joe picking on Dan, and Ayato coming to his rescue, beautifully ending in an act of kancho, a traditional Japanese school kid prank where you make your fingers into the shape of a gun and jam them into somebody's rear, showing the personality of the characters while keeping the levity and spirit of them still being children in a brutal environment. But once they are grown up and given their masks, you only get a few quick scenes with each of them before you're rushed into a fight scene or plot element, and it starts to make the movie feel a bit unbalanced, making for a less compelling climax than if you had maybe 15 minutes more screen time with each of the characters, building up the relationships and tension.
なんでお前がここにいるんだよ。
ブラックタイガーの実力見せてみろよ。
だと。離せ！
So what about recommendations for the Tiger Mask? If you were a fan of the anime or manga from the 70s and are hoping for a live-action recreation of the story that you love, you're probably going to be disappointed. Since I've only read the manga and seen the anime as part of my research for this episode, I wasn't really expecting it to live up to anything. I saw a cool picture, watched a short trailer, and then bought the DVD and watched it, link in the description. After digging into the really fascinating history of Tiger Mask, I can really see why it's been so influential for so many people. While it would be cool to have a live-action tokusatsu version of WrestleMania, I'm pretty happy with the adrenaline-infused tokusatsu Fight Club version that we ended up with. And well, Tiger Mask is still going. Available on Crunchyroll as Tiger Mask W. I've only watched the first few episodes for this review, but in all honesty, I'm probably going to continue and finish it. There's also an announced movie called Yellow Devil. It seems like it will be showing Naoto in America playing a heel, but all I have to go off of is a fairly empty IMDb page and a movie poster saying it's by the Stefani brothers. So if you like Tiger Mask, just know what to expect. And if you're looking for a good movie, I recommend to go on and try out the Tiger Mask. Thank you all for watching. I'm Highsea, and this has been Toku-rev, your introduction to tokusatsu movie and TV shows. I have previously discussed the tokusatsu movie Zebraman, and next time, I'm going to revisit my childhood and dive into cyberspace. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Toku introductions.